Hello, everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. Semi-cloudy day today, currently 24 degrees Celsius, 29 with the humidex, which means that 75 Fahrenheit feels like 84 with the humidex, and the air quality is actually a 3. So I could be out there enjoying the weather, sort of. I mean, three's my upper level that I'll go out easily, but yay, it seems like we're going to have some clearing happening. Hey, Shannon. Hi, Lee. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. Shannon, your envelope is ready to go. Uh, Lee, just curious, do you play SimCity Build It? Because I came across an Anfield Road in the trade thing the other day, and it tweaked. I want to know if it was you. All right, I cleaned my desk. Look what I found. I found doors. Hi, Carol. Nice to see you, hun. Nice to see you. Oh, I didn't turn the big light on. I'll just run and do that quick. I found doors, guys. I was going to do a whole book with doors in it so that you would open the door and there'd be something fun behind it. Did I remember where I put my doors? No, they were on my desk. I saw them floating around a little bit, but I never really thought about it until I cleaned the desk and found the stack of doors. Did find a wonky chunk, a green one. And then I found these little birds. Did I do these recently, guys? Because it's like they're cute. I don't remember doing them. I don't know. I just don't know. Hi, Andrea. Nice to see you. And Sherry and Belinda. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so do you guys remember me doing these birds? I don't remember me doing these birds. They need shading. Anyway, I've got birds. And then I found this little page tab cat and figured I should probably glue him into something so he doesn't get lost because he's really little. Let's glue him in here. We're going to say this is the up. This is up. We'll stick them in here right there. We'll stick them on that page. Thanks, Sherry. Yeah, I like my page tab cats. So we're just going to split the paws apart, put some glue in there, and stick them on the page. And then I'm going to go turn that big light on because I feel like I'm making really goofy shadow puppets. Hope you guys had a good night. I had a good night. I played down here for a while. There. It's glued on top of the page so that when you've got the book closed, you can just see his ears. And then when you start opening it up, you see the cat. All right, cat's done. So today we were going to do some snippet strips and blind cutting monsters. I'm really trying to figure out how I'm going to blind cut something so that you guys can actually see that I'm blind cutting. And if I'm blind cutting, do I really want to do that? Because as I aging, my skin's thinning, and if I snip myself with scissors, we're going to have a mucky mess on the desk. So I don't know. We have to kind of figure that out. Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, so we're going to start with a couple of snippet strips, and we'll kind of carry on from there. So these are snippet strips. They're just, you guys have seen all the snippet rolls and everything. I still have shadow puppets. It's okay. So I just take scrap strips of paper, that white stuff we get left over, and I just glue stuff down onto it. And then I come back and I'll doodle on them, use them as they are actually in journals or on cards, and then shade them. And, you just make them and then you come back and do things like the doodles. And you can put focal points, etc. on should you so desire. So looking at these, I'm thinking, well, I definitely need some purple and probably some green, just nice greens. So we're going to put this back in this thing. I've got this. It's from a Christmas placemat. Because you know I buy those placemat things and then I chop them up and use them on the gel plate. All right. So let's pull out the purple bag of scrap. Let's grab a hunk of white strip. And you know, it doesn't matter how thick the strip is. We're going to be gluing down onto it and you're not going to see it anyway. So do you guys have an idea of how I'm going to do this blind cut monsters thing? Blind cut critters, or are you just going to let me make critters? Curious. Just curious. This is origami paper. You know, you end up with little bits because you use them for various things. This actually has some scribbling on it. You can't really see it, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I need glue. I've got glue. No idea? I don't have any ideas either. I was thinking maybe I would take the stool off the floor and put it so the legs are facing that way. And the top of the stool is here, so it's a block. And then I would cut in or around it. But I can still see my screen because it's right in front of me. Anyway, we're going to cut these into some pieces. Or tear them. You know. Should be interesting, though. And when I do my snippet strips, I kind of work from the ends. Just a little bit of glue. Just plunk it down. Because you're going to come back in and so this is going to be one that's going to have both cut edges and torn edges. And then we'll just throw one somewhere around the middle-ish. And we're just going to build. Just building. Doing some building. You just making lunch? Nice. Nice. I missed you on Friday. I got here and it was already late. So you could do it so that you only use 2 or 3 kinds of paper or whatever you like, right? It's totally up to you what scraps you use. Put that one in the middle here. I try not to get them too symmetrical. So some are angled this way, some are angled that way. Hey, Dawn, welcome. Welcome. Lee, did you answer me? Do you play SimCity Build It? Just curious. How are you, Dawn? Haven't seen you in forever. And we'll put that one over here. No? Okay. No, I saw a player that had their name as Anfield Road, and I went, oh, I wonder. I'll have to ask. Like I say, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be doodling on these or whatever. Oh, look, I got 2 really nice circles. They kind of match. I can do this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know. I hear ya. Well, so I don't see that piece very much. It doesn't matter, guys. It really doesn't matter. You just want to kind of cover the strip that you've got underneath. All right. So I have a purple one. Now, of course, what I will do, once the glue's dried, I'll come back and I will tuck glue underneath anything that's kind of lifting. Oh, look, this was actually a page tab. Oh, we're just going to glue that down. I was wondering why it was double-sided. Guess it didn't need to be in the scrap bin either, then. You know, it's okay. So this one is lifting there. So I'm going to come back after. I'm going to do the outline in black heavy marker. I can come in and doodle all over it. I could do like a vine up at something, or I could use it as it is. Of course, I'm just going to be ripping hunks off and using them in various projects, but I have a purple one. You're creating more this year? Yes, that is a positive. All right, I have a purple. Let's do another purple one. I've got lots of purple scrap. This one will be a bit shorter because you know what? I am using up. This was a 2018 calendar. It's got a bit of purple paint on it. I'll use it. The yes men misanswering me. Yes, they're upstairs. They are upstairs right now. So, do we have thoughts on how I'm going to do blind cut monsters? Just curious. And this one, do you guys remember when I found that marker and it's got that blade in it? So it draws the lines but cuts it at the same time. Do you remember that? I don't even know where that marker is, but it cuts as it rolls. It's very interesting. Oh, awesome. You know, that would be interesting to watch, guys, because Lee does the train layouts. So it's, if he ordered stuff from Temu, it's obviously to go with his layouts. I'm going to take this thick hunk and throw it away. I like these little thin bits. I think I'll put those on top, though, as, you know, this is a piece of, I don't know what, but it's purple. I have to admit, I really do like the ripped edges much more than the cut edges. And I'm not going to save all these little bits that are on my desk. I am not saving those. Nope. So, of course, those of you who like to edge everything, you could edge each and every of these little pieces before you put them down. Totally up to you. This is glued book page, so it's pretty thick. I'm going to see if I can split the pages, because sometimes you can do that depending on the glue you use. No. This one's holding pretty tight. Oh, wait. Nope. Can't do it. Okay. We'll use it. Scrap mix colored painted papers cut into shapes. I can cut them into shapes to make monsters, certainly. Hey, Jan, nice to see you. Starting by doing snippet strips, and then we're going to make some critters. A couple of monsters or whatever they turn into. I scrubbed this so there was no glue on it because it was making it hard to write. Another purple. Seem to have a lot of purple scrapbook paper. I guess I've got them in trades and swaps, whatever. Well, I can just wobble cut a shape, right? And then just turn it into a monster. You know, that I can do. Definitely. These have tape on the back because I had them taped down for some reason. I think I scanned them in and I was sharing them with you guys. Way back, years ago. Long time ago. Probably just after I started screaming. Yeah, screaming. That's good. I'm screaming already. And I need one piece here. Let's use this little piece of this. There. No, you need to be glued down. All right, so I got another one. And you know, they don't really look like much. And I know that we've talked about snippet strips and we've done them many times. But once they're doodled on and everything, let me grab a finished one. Like those are finished. I can use them as they are. Like page edges and that kind of thing. All right. Now this one, I just took all strips of paper, all strips of painty paper, laid them at an angle, and then I doodled between them. And I've done some this way, but I've used like gold marker and that kind of thing, right? So once you doodle on them, they're a whole different look. Whole different look. Like anything else we do. All right. Garbage. Little bits go in the garbage. Let's just use up these last few that I ripped up here. I never did use that. See, something like that, if you put it right down the middle, it's going to flow, right? Let's do that. Let's just, look, I turned it over, but that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I love doing these paper strips. I just forget to do them. The thing is that when I do them, I hang them up. I clip them in a bulldog clip, and I hang them up, and they go over there, and it's behind a shelf, so I can't really see them. I need much more space around close that I will see them and use them. Okay, one more purple. And then maybe we'll start doing some critters. We will do the monsters. What's up? Oh, sorry, Ron just came in. And there was a thump, so I didn't know what he was doing. And I'm nosy. Okay. Oh, my Amazon package. It's a big Amazon package. And I know what's in it. I know it's heavy. I do. I'm excited. You guys want me to open it? I have to make room on the desk. I told you guys what I bought anyway. So you guys know too. They say hi, Ron. Hi. He yelled hi. Oh, they're going in the same direction. Do I have more that we'll use this one? He says hi. His best friend from kindergarten actually was here visiting yesterday. Haven't seen him for a while, so that was a nice that they got to visit. I was streaming. And the funny thing was, he too came down and said, "Are you streaming today?" I said, "No." I appreciate you, Jan. I really appreciate you. Jan gave me that wake-up call. Wait a minute. You're supposed to be streaming. Silly goose. Okay, I don't really want to rip up much more. Because then I end up with all these little bits. And you know what? It's okay if a little bit of the white background shows. You can doodle over it, right? You can doodle over it. Love you too, Janner. Okay, two more pieces and I'll consider this one done. I'm going to go over here. Just there. All right. Just a little piece here. What have I got that's torn? We'll use this. You know what? I'm going to put it this way. So then I will take it and put it over here. This way. There we go. See how fast doing strips goes? That was a mini monster piece. Okay, so we got 3 snippet strips. What did that take? 20 minutes? Ish. So it's mindless. It's almost like doing those mindless clusters that we do. All right. Let's start cutting this into some sort of a monster-y kind of shape. Do. Okay. We're going to have a head. And an arm kind of thing-ish. And a fat body. And that can be a leg. A foot. And that's the foot. And the body. And there's the other arm. Ooh. And the head. There, we got a little mini monster, guys. Let's give him some eyeballs. Eyeballs. Let's take a little piece of white scrap and put some eyes on them, and then we could decide where we go from there. I'm looking for a narrow piece of white scrap. Doesn't really matter. Lop off a hunk. Lop that off there. Now we're going to fold this in half because we're going to cut eyeballs. I painted them all the other time, didn't I? I can't remember. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. This is how these ones. We need eyeballs. So the paper's folded in half. And we're just cutting out eyeball shapes. He's going to have big eyes. Big eyes. Oh, that one's kind of flat. Didn't realize I didn't fold it quite straight. We'll just trim that down. Like that. Like that. Oh, little pieces are going to defeat me today, I think. Look at this. Okay, so they're goofy shaped eyes, which is totally fine. It's a monster. They don't have to be ticky boo. Okay, do we need a big nose? Big nose. Nice big this colored nose. Just trying to decide. I think that might be pencil. I'm not sure if that's paint, pencil, crayon, or something else. He needs a big nose. Oh, cutting little from very thin paper and me are not cohesive today. Well, it's kind of like a teardrop shape. Almost looks like a Muppet with that nose. I'm pretty sure that those other monsters, all the bits on them were painted. Except maybe claws. No, I'm thinking they were. Have to grab them. These were totally painted. They were not collaged at all. Well, hey, Teresa. Yeah, I'm trying to bust them papers. So if these were, because these were blind painted and then decorated with paints as well. Okay. I have to think. I have to think how this is going to work because obviously my motor skills today aren't cooperating to cut fine little bits. I'm gonna make the eyes go this way. He's looking to his left. Okay, so do I get out the paints? Do I just cut blobs and pull out the paints? Suggestions? Suggestions? Because yeah. Had to stop cutting with an X-Acto blade. Yeah. 21 there? It's 24 here, but it feels like 29. Air quality warning because of smoke? Yep. Oh, you got fires on the island? Brutal. Brutal. All right, paints. Well, we're going to end up with a whole bunch of purple monsters because that's what I've got here. I'll just cut shapes and then we'll paint them. Okay. Let's just cut a couple of shapes and do it that way. It's not as much fun wobble cutting monsters as it is. Oh no. Our air quality actually today is not bad. It's a 3. So I'm thinking after I stream, I could go out and yeah, if I cut them, they're all going to be roughly the same shapes, I'm thinking. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I can still turn those into weird monsters, even if they are kind of the same shape. I have this piece. It's going to be tall and skinny. Do I see a monster shape in this? I can turn that into a monster. A 3 is excellent for our area. It really is. I'm thrilled. Especially since I want to do some grocery shopping tomorrow. I am just cutting out kind of like body-ish shapes. That's 3. This also is all glued together, so it's really stiff. Let's do this one. Bottom left corner of the screen. This one. This one. There's monster shapes and everything, Belinda. I just have to draw them. Look, this was a rose. We could turn that into a monster. We'll just go like this. He's got fat little legs and feet. That could actually be a trunk. Ooh, this one might not even. That could be a really big nose. And then this can come down. And he's got one arm here. Hi, Barbara. Welcome, welcome. Below the dotted paper, bottom left. This one is like 3 book pages glued together because I was going to use it for tags. And I don't think I can get the back layers off. We tried that. Oh, maybe this very back one. No, doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. Yeah. Bottom left. Bottom left. This one is really thin. That's origami paper. That's almost, it's like tracing paper almost. Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. Bottom left. This one, you know, I gotta spread them out a little bit more. Maybe you can describe it to me. Got lots of little bits. Like all these should go on a snippet strip. I like that. What's this from? I have a feeling I've got a stamp like this somewhere. Must be one of my linoleum stamps. It's covered now. That's a piece of coffee filter. That won't work. Well, it would, but you made triplets for Beth's doll trade with these scraps? Awesome. Below the blue square on the bottom left. Blue square. Bottom left. This is my right side. This is my left side. Beneath the blue square. The stripes. This one? This one also is, what do you mean it has to be approved? I don't understand why my group is doing that again. No stripes. No. No stripes. This one. This one. A lot of these are really little. I'm trying to use the bigger ones to do the monsters because they're going to be easier to do. This one. It's called Meet Your Creativity. The link is up in the chat and it should also be in the description box. This one? What can't you see? Yeah, no. I'll go and I'll fix that right away. This one? This one? Oh, that would make a good monster. That's heavier brown. Hey, I was supposed to open my Amazon package. Oh, guys. See, I'm all into the monsters. Okay, Amazon package. Ooh, it's very heavy. But that's because, I can tell you right now, and it's corrugated cardboard. Remember yesterday I mentioned I watched somebody do something with a gel plate? I'll approve it right away, Barbara. Just or give me a bit. So I'd mentioned that I'd watched somebody that I'd never watched before using her gel plate, because I'm always looking for things to use on my gel plate. I get bored with my stencils and stuff very, very quickly. So I'm always making new stencils. I'm always looking for different textures. You know how that goes. And believe me, I have lots and lots and lots and lots of textures. Hey, Kitty Jen, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, you guys ready? Yeah, I get bored with them very, very fast. That's why I have to make new ones. So, anyway, she had the corrugated cardboard. So what she did was she would do like a circle. She would trace a circle using a black marker on the cardboard. And then inside the circle, she would wet it down with water so that it would soften up. And then she would peel the water, or she would go around the circle with a blade, like an X-Acto or something. She did squares, she did triangles, she did all kinds of things. So she would cut a piece, and then on the inside of the cut, she would wet it down and then peel that layer off. So you would have this negative space here that would pick up the paint, and this would be stripes in the shape because it's corrugated. It was really amazing. So I didn't have corrugated cardboard. Now I do. I'm going to have to try that. All right. Oh, look. I have rare off paper and stuff to use on the gel plate. So this is the Fiskars cutter that I got. It's supposed to cut in circles, and it cuts from 1 inch to 8-inch size circles. So I was thinking, even with the 8-inch size, I see it's got a sliding thing and it comes with extra blades. I broke down and bought this because my hole punches just aren't cutting properly anymore. And look, I got myself some black cardstock. Ooh, it is heavy. I bought 200 sheets of black 12 by 12 cardstock because I like gluing all my bits down onto them, right? So, and I thought that I would like to do some stuff right on black background on the gel plate itself. So I broke down and got 200 sheets of black cardstock. Oh, thanks, Lee. Oh, you've got that circle cutter, Belinda? How do you find it works? I probably should have asked people before I just went ahead and bought it. Now, the only other one I'm waiting for is the reinforcement cutter that cuts the outside of the circle and the inside at the same time. So you get those really nice, perfect reinforcements so that you could use any of your papers to make them out of. Okay, worked good. Perfect. I use a lot of circles. I like circles. I have to admit, I like to put circles on things. Okay, this is the one that you were saying I should do a monster out of. And then we're going to paint these guys up. I see a monster in it. I think this guy wants arms up in the air, though. He's cheering. And not really too worried what the shape is of the head. Whoa. It's okay. It's okay. He can have a big, fat body. Almost like our wonky cat. Chunky cat feet. kind of crouching down. All right, we've got a few here. And since I'm painting them, we're going to put this stuff away. Away, away. No fat cat shaming. I love fat cats. I do lots of chunks. Lots of chunks. So I've got stuff to doodle on now. I've always got stuff to doodle on. Yeah, see, I should have dumped out better and used all those little bits on the snippet strips, which is fine. I can always make more. Linebacker polydactyl. Okay. I just saw a joke. Everybody thinks T-Rexes can't clap because of their short arms, but the reality is they can't clap because they're all dead. I'm sorry, that really tickled my funny bone. All right. Put those back with the scraps. We got all these guys. We have a lid. So let's start by putting eyes on these guys. Oh, do I only have 4? Didn't I cut more out? Really? It's okay. It's okay. We can just bling these guys up, have a blast. Let's start with some white paint for their eyeballs. Come on. We don't need much white. And we need some black. Here is my black. I use all different kinds of paints because it depends on what store I'm at for what I need at the time. This is a Artist Loft. I will not be buying Artist Loft again because it's Michael's. And I'm boycotting Michael's. I need a cup of water. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. Came down here after lunch and sitting right beside my basement shoes was a cricket. And it startled me, so I spilled my tea all over the floor. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. All right. Oh, I'm sure, Barbara. Yeah, my daughter has it's peach. It's a peach colored tabby. Okay, let's start with the black and do like where the body is and the arms are and the head, right? So this head, he's got a neck. And because it's kind of wobbly, we'll make that wobbly too. This paint's not flowing nice for me. And we got kind of arm things happening here. He can have a big belly. You know, I love giving them the big belly with the belly button. I'm just roughing them in. Just roughing them in. It is healing. Welcome back. Welcome back, Belinda. I have no pets right now. And then we've got some nice big sturdy legs happening here. Sorry if you guys can hear my pump. What happens when you live rurally? You get all kinds of pumps and things going in. All right, so let's give him some eyes. I need a piece of paper towel to wipe my brush off. Well, this is a pump. That's our pump that takes the stuff from our tank and pumps it out to the lagoon. It's the sewage pump. I have a sump pump, a sewage pump. Eyes. We're doing eyes. What kind of eyes does this guy want? And how many eyes? Yeah, for the basement. How many eyes? Anyone? One? Two. Round, oval, square, teardrop shape. Well, we'll start with a circle. You know, liner brushes don't fill in very nicely. Surprise! Who is this? What was I doing the other day? Oh, those roses. And when I was doing the roses, I was getting very, very annoyed because red is already such a translucent color. And usually when I put white with it, it works just perfect. You know, it covers lovely. Well, oval eye. Oh, okay, we'll turn that into an oval. Um, it turns out I was using my metallic white, so of course it wasn't going to make it. The oval's going up and down. And the nose. You see ears? I see ears. I don't know about a nose. Because he needs a mouth. But I do see the ears. Let's put the ears in while we see them and thinking about it. Kind of like puppy ears almost. Like that, right? Almost like a puppy. We're going to make him have a couple of big roly-polies here for this belly. Mouth. We need a red. Red. Yeah, he's almost puppyish. We have to make him creepier. What kind of mouth? Like this. Like that. Like that. And of course, he's got to have some red nails. I never did one just on a plain solid color. This is going to be a lot of fun shading and getting him to look monsterish. Can do it though. Sure, we can do it. Let's give a couple of wrinkles above the eye. Maybe I can only do like that. Okay. So I think from here, aside from inside the mouth, that red's still really wet. How do we want him looking? Up, down, sideways? Bloodshot eye? Oh, I can do that. Where do we want the eye looking? What are you saying, Barbara? Barbara taking away. You see toes? Yeah. We could give him toes like this. Definitely some toes. Of course, they got to have knees. All right. How are we having the eye looking? Up, down, left, right? Need some bloodshot happening there. Oh, too wet, too wet, too wet, too wet. Down at the belly, because his tummy's growling. Okay, we can do that. Then we're going to come in with the markers and stuff right away. All right. Is it just you or? Oh, is he staring at you? Yeah, he could be staring. Okay, so we're going to come back with gel pen now, and we're going to do around the nails. We did that with paint, and the paint's still wet. Okay, so I'm just trying to see where I need to do fine lines here. I'm not too worried about that. Let's take a hot pink mark. He's got knees, yeah. What about a bright pink eye? Is that pink? going to be dry enough that I can do this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Now, white gel pen. We need teeth. We got some teeth. Outline this. We need a white mark in his eye, of course. All right, what am I going to shade him with? That's kind of a bluish, purplish kind of thing. I have a blue, a darker blue. Let's sharpen that. Hair fur. Going to do the shading first, and then we'll decide exactly what else we want to do to this guy. So, we know that we want some shading underneath the eye, right? Because, and definitely around the ears. And where the wrinkles are, we're going to do some shading there. Underneath the ears, underneath the chin. Oh, no! Yeah, need the sparkle in the eye. They're asking you for ideas, Janner. If you see anything in this critter. Lead is stuck in there. Toothpick. There we go. Okay, this pencil, that's the third time it's broke while I'm trying to sharpen it. If it breaks this time, I'm throwing it in the garbage. I buy a lot of my pencil crayons at the thrift store, like in bags. Also, a lot of my pencil crayons, because I used to do kids' art and my grandkids have been through them, I get a lot of breakage. Okay, that one's done. Let's pull out these. And I want a dark blue. There we go. Oh, yeah. Good. No, let's not do that. There we go. That'll work. I'm happier with that. I'll just go over these. Under the eye, under the mouth. We need some blue because the mouth kind of sticks out a little bit. Around the ears. Bottom of this ear. And these are wrinkles around the belly. So this here is going to be in shadow because it's the bottom of the belly. And of course, under the belly, on the legs, we've got some shadow happening. Under the knees, around the knees. Under the arms. bottoms of the feet, and the inner legs. This is, what is this, guys? This is Kim's style. This is what Kim does. I don't know, not everybody does this kind of thing, really. I haven't because when I do my journals and stuff, I like to use all my own works. And I've started developing critters to go in my artwork. We're going to do the highlights between the wrinkles on the belly, and definitely at the top of the belly. Top of the shoulders, outside of the arms. I don't know. Some of the people who watch me make the same kind of critters that I do. Art supply hoarding, yeah. Knitting, crocheting, baking, grandmothering, yeah, we do it all. Painting in watercolor and acrylics. I do a lot of fiber arts as well, like embroidery, and I do beadwork. All right. Do we got some depth happening here? I'm not sure. And you know what? I want like curly ears. Curly ears. So we're going to do some scribbling on these ears so that they kind of look like they're curly. Oh, yeah, I like that. I do. Add a little bit of dark blue in places so that it looks like it's got depth, not just flat scribbles. And then the same thing with the white. We're going to take the white and just do some white marks. So we got some highlights. Gotta get those highlights. We need some eyelashes, so let's go like this. Outline the mouth. Doesn't look very monsterish, guys. I've done applique monsters. I make rice bags, like those heating bags that you put in the microwave. And for the grandkids, I applique pillowcases for theirs because sometimes they would get so hot. Then, so I've applique monsters. Gray is God's highlights. No, gray is my brain matter evacuating, saying I've had enough of this whack job. Each one's a brain cell going, nope, out of here. I think these eyes need a little bit of sparkle in them too. I've got glitter gel pen. We're just going to add a few little lines in those eyes. In the iris. I don't know, guys. What do you think? What does he need? He needs a necklace with a something? I don't know. All right, so we decided that this was a trunk, right? Let's get the liner brush and let's start defining this guy's body. We'll decide on what else he needs. So this is the trunk. He needs a belly button ring? He does need a belly button ring. You're right. You are right. I will do that right away. As soon as I've done the body shaping on this dude. So this one has this arm here. And he's got another arm. There. And we're going to give him like toe beans, but they're not toe beans. They're going to be like fingernails. Right? We're going to give him some funky fingers. All right. So, if this is the nose, this is the trunk, goes this way, we're going to have eyes that are like this. So his mouth is going to be down here. And like this, like that. Do you see him? Do you see him? Do you see him? Do you see him? All right. We need a belly button ring, and we're going to do it out of this yellowy kind of thing here. So now we've got the ring. Have to make that belly button so that you can see it a little bit more, and we need to outline the ring. Hey, Willow Bird, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. Does that belly button ring work? With long ears, so we can ask if its ears hang low? I could do it on this one. Yeah, the eyes are ready to take form. I wanted to kind of have things in place. So, that goes there. This brush is the liner. Why am I just using liner brushes? I do have things other than liner brushes. Really, I do. I have to admit, I love my liner brushes, though. I spend a lot of money on liner brushes. I did think that I brought a bigger brush out. It's okay. I've got probably a 1/2 inch flat. Kind of want to cover up the colors in the eyes. Oh, I'm wondering if that's watercolor. The problem with using both watercolor and acrylic when I've got my painty papers, I don't know which. This is obviously watercolor. That blue is watercolor, guys. Well, his eyes are kind of muddy. Maybe we need to make them yellow then. Bit of yellow would help, maybe. Yellow paint, yellow paint, yellow paint. Looks much cooler and happier. Oh, not like getting your yellow paint into black. It's going to be a weird greenish color. There we go. There we go. Okay, we've got some eyes happening. Now we gave him a mouth. Now let's outline it with the red so we can see where the mouth is. That almost looks like it could be a beak as well. So where that blue is up there, that's where I'm going to end up putting the eyeballs. Because it just makes sense to me. Now, I think he needs like some eyebrows because he's a monster. He's got to be angry-ish, right? He needs to be a little bit angry. Got a line in there that I'm not a big fan of, but that's okay. So at the end of his trunk, he's going to have kind of like fingery things because it's got to be creepy. It's going to have 4 nostrils. This guy's belly is here. There's his belly button. Okay, I can work with that. Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Angry, not angry? Yeah. Okay, so he's getting there. He's coming along. He's coming along. So we've got the mouth happened. The mouth happened here. I wobble cut a whole bunch of shapes out to make monsters. I started trying to collage. Not happy with the way it's going. My dexterity isn't great for that today, so I have resorted to painting everybody, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, we need some white dots in the eyes. Oh, paint's still wet. Paint's still wet. This is mouth, so we've got to make sure there's some teeth in the mouth. Yes, yes, yes. I think he needs a big red or nice pink cheek. I'm going to use this as cinnamon. It's going to have a nice big cheekbone over here. And what else does he need? Freckles? Does he need some freckles? Oh, thanks, Cindy. Yeah, yeah, that's true. You're working on your train layout? That's totally understandable, Lee. I don't mind just being your background noise. All right. So we've got some wrinkles in the trunk happening. We've got the mouse. This is the trunk. It's the neck. We've got paws. That's right. We were going to turn these into fingers. I'm going to use the pen for that. We can make those almost like little suction cup kind of things because he's a monster. We could turn those into like. I'll take the white and we'll just do circles inside them. They kind of look like suction cups that way. Oh, yeah. I like it. I like it. And then we're going to take a colored pencil and we're going to go around that. Yes, we are. We are going to use nice, like, no, what about this green? I've got a nice sharp green here. We'll use this green. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm acting like a child. And I'm kind of in the zone because I'm thinking and doing. Kind of like those little green. I don't know how well you can see them on his fingers. And he's got 4 nostrils. I'm going to color. No. What am I going to do with the nostrils? I will think about that. We've got this nice cheekbone. Let's give him some black freckles. Because we can. Thanks, Willow. He's coming along, coming along. Got to do something with this nose. I haven't done any shading on him. Let's get that. I'm going to use this blue. It's like a green blue. I'm going to use this for the shading. So let's start by going under the eyes. And a little bit over the eyes. We'll just, so the eyes kind of bug out a little bit. Along the top of the trunk. Okay, the trunk needs some shading at the bottom here. And around the nostrils. Just on these marks here. Under the neck. Under the arms. The bottom of the arms. Insides of the legs. Under the belly. Bottoms of the feet. Oh, I dipped my finger in one of the freckles. That's okay. That's okay. And where the wrists are. There. And there needs shading. Under the mouth needs some shading. He's come to life. Looks like boobs. Yeah, I was thinking that. But it's not. It's his hand. He's kind of turned. He's a monster. Well, if you want to consider their boobs, they're boobs. Well, Everybody sees their own thing in art. Okay, so we need to figure out some toes. I see. Let's use a thicker black marker. One of these. We're going to give him some big toes. Oh, let's use one that works. You just can go right in the garbage. Okay, so we've got some toes. Some feet's happening here. We'll do the shading. Because the toe ends are kind of sticking out. We definitely need white at the tops of the toes. Then we need nails. Let's do red nails like we did on the other dude. Oh yeah. I think he needs just a little bit of red dots in his eyes. Creepy. Again, in the freckles. Did I just dip that other brush in my tea? I don't know. It looks more like an alien than a monster. Again, they get to a stage and I just need to put them aside. I think this one actually needs white eyelashes. Those eyelashes just don't show. Better, better, better. Hey, Beth, nice to see you, hon. I'm doing monsters, but instead of painting, like doing the blind blob painting bodies, I'm wobble cut out a bunch of shapes, and I was gonna try and collage them, but my dexterity for those little bits today are not happening. Okay, so let's. Teresa says I need monsters with really long ears so that we can sing "Do Your Ears Hang Low." So we're going to do that to this one. Yeah, do they wobble to and fro? That's what Teresa wanted, was a monster with long ears, so we could tie them in a bow. Remember, we need to keep Teresa in our thoughts tomorrow because she goes for her surgery. I think this is a piece of scrapbook paper, like I said. He needs a big mouth. He needs a mouth that goes like this and like that. Because none of our monsters have really big teeth. We need a monster with huge teeth. It's going to be this one. Yeah, almost a smile from ear to ear. Okay, so we're not body shaming these monsters. No body shaming. Barbara, are you still here, hon? Beth also lives in Florida. Okay, so kind of want to do these like our cat. No, this one's more like the cat. Why didn't I give him legs? We got to do some little stumpy legs here. Try not to smear the wet paint. All right. So, all my monsters need belly buttons. Well, you decided on the belly button ring. He is fun. He is fun. I'm sorry, I'm not talking. This guy's got a little piggy nose. Heard you did a doll swap this month, Bethy. I haven't done paper dolls in a long time. Have not done them in a very long time. Are these paper dolls? Well, I guess they could be. They're paper something. You liked them even without the belly button ring? Yeah. So I could give this one a pierced nose. We'll see. We'll see what's happening. I think he needs some cheekbones. Let's start with that. Let's take a nice pink. Unless they're plastic or something. Well, I don't know that they're plasticky. Oh, I didn't decide where this head finishes. Guess the head will finish about here. Shading. Let's do the shading. We're using that blue again. Because we can. Underneath the mouth. Underneath the ears. Underneath the head. Ooh. Let me think. I had a thought. Heaven forbid, I was thinking. Outside the nose. Top of the eyes. And the nose, like that. Chin. I was thinking I need like a little round chin. Something like this. Of course, it will have white at the top. It should have white along the top of his head, top of his ears. Shoulders need some white. Top of the belly. Top of the footses. Top of the nose. Okay, now he needs teeth. Was it last year or the year before that I gave you a monster doll? You know what, Beth? I can't share with people down in the States anymore. I sent ATCs out. Jen actually got hers back, but they felt them and they said it's not a card. So they wanted to charge parcel rate. And it was an envelope and it would fit through the slot and they wanted to charge me parcel rate. So I'm not sending much of anything down to the States because this is stupid. I know that you remember I was, saying that they were returning it. Jan's was returned. Mine has not been returned, but because Ron took it to the mail, he paid the parcel rate for it. Very, very annoying, let me tell you. Okay, we need some nice green toenails. Green toenails. Let's use a green marker. It's just silly. You've got a storm? Oh, no. Green toenails. Yeah, I'm pretty, I was ticked before, and it's just getting worse. Okay, so we're going to take the gel pen. And we're going to outline these nails. Making sure I go to a point at the end because, they got to be creepy and pointy. Pointy nails. These ones are harder to define as pointy nails because I didn't leave much room. Now I'm going to take the white gel pen and I'm just going to go where the cuticles would be. Oh, yeah. He's coming alive. He is coming alive. Let's put green around these eyes. You know you're in style when your eyes match your nails. Like a doll like these. Cool. All right. So he's pretty plain. You should have whiskers, maybe. Make it look like whiskers. Yes. And you should have it so that it kind of looks ratty looking. Kind of like some hair ish stuff. All over. He needs bits of hair all over. Except for his belly. His belly's gonna be naked. Gotta have a naked belly. Aww. Poor baby. I guess you guys get so many storms that your fur babies don't cower too much. Our dogs were really bad. They would just hide and pant anytime there was a storm. So now, wherever I did that, I am just going to go lightly over it with that blue. Just depth, guys. Doing the depth. Into the depths. Into the depths of hair. What do you think? Yes, no? Oh, so she's a decent sized dog, too. So this is the one I started with doing collage work. Now I'm going to finish him with paint because, or should I do this one? Because I don't know if you guys see what I see. Let's do this. Medium size? Yeah. So this is a foot. It goes to here. Like that. We got these things happening like this. And this is a big fat belly. So it's going to have, it's a roly-poly belly. Can't put my fingers in the wet paint. What the heck? Silly. Silly, silly. So we got big belly. Big roly-poly belly. And as I say, no body shaming the monsters. Not allowed. No body shaming here. It's a little close still. Need to trim something out here. Oh, that's weird. It's okay. We'll see if I can make that make sense. Very long neck. This can be the chin. And the head. Not necessarily ears. Just a lumpy, ridged head. Like that. Like that. You lost power? Oh no. Is it hurricane season there, or is it just a bad thunderstorm? I guess the belly button should be way high at the top here. There. Okay, he's got two belly buttons. All right. Let's do some eyeballs. This one is going to be very goofy looking. That could almost be like a snake's belly, or a lizard's belly, We'll figure that out. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just painting. Just painting. We can have a mouth that goes down into the chin a little bit. It's kind of like that other guy's mouth. It's okay. This guy does not have a nose, which is fine. It's a monster. Doesn't have to have a nose. Oh, okay. This one can be looking up. Do, do, do. I'm ignoring you guys. I'm sorry. All right. Now we're going to do some shading. I need to figure out some of this stuff I got happening here. I think I want, this is too greenish blue. I want really, really dark blue. It's a porcelain blue. I wonder if that's going to be dark enough. Let's, yes, that's going to be really nice and dark. That's annoying, Beth, when you get those power outages. Okay, so I've got a dark blue. We're going to do some shading. Let's go under the eyes with it. Along where I did these marks here. Under the eyes, under the mouth, under the neck. Get the shading done. The outsides of the neck for sure. Maybe where these cracks come in the head, under the eyebrows. Definitely at the bottom of the arms, we want it to be dark. I guess that one's going to be on the inside where it's dark. Now, that's going to be light. Here's going to be dark. That's going to be dark. It's going to be dark around the sides. Bottom of the feet are definitely dark, right? Some shadow happening here. There and there. Guess we could have just dark line there. Partway up here. All right. Now let's take the white gel pen and we'll add some highlights. I'm in the zone. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so now for the highlights. Top of this belly here, top of this belly here. It's got two belly buttons, guys. So we'll do a little white at the top there. Now, we need, right at the very tops of the heads is light. Here will be light. And there will be light. So now we need the white pencil, and we're just going to give some highlight. Top of the head, need some white, make it lighter. Right at the very top of the mouth, I'll have to do that in gel pen. Need some dark here. All right, toes. What the heck kind of toes does this guy want? Anyone? What color eyes do we want? Maybe red? Red marker eyes? Oh, that's pretty. Definitely pretty. Definitely pretty eyes. Well, outline that. Okay, he needs some sort of toes. Yellow toes? Yellow toes. Okay. We'll use this. We'll use a liner brush. Why not? Why not? I guess you should have some yellow nails at the tips here too. Oh. Might as well have matching fingernails and toenails, right? Went for mani pedi. Okay. This piece of paper that I used, I think I would have, I don't know. It's okay. Outline the mouth, the teeth. I'm just doing a black line underneath the toenails and underneath the fingernails. think you need some kind of like wrinkly things here and here. Almost looks like a little bird. The way the mouth is. Guess we need some white in his neck because it would be high, a little bit lighter than under the chin. White here. And definitely there. This is I don't know what kind of a white marker is. It doesn't work as nice as a Crayola or a Prismacolor. I'm out of focus. Come. Better? They're infected. We got infected toes. Okay, let's see if I can get this to blend just a little bit nicer. Trying to, it's not quite going as I'm envisioning it. Let's get a reddish purple, like a, what is it? What would it be called? Something like this. Oh, that's mahogany. Could I get away with mahogany? Nope. This one is brick red. We'll see if this will work. Oh, yeah. Just from the dark to the light. Just a little bit additional color in there. Seems to be blending nicer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what it needed. Need just a little bit of another color in there. Now I'm happier with it. I wasn't very happy with it. I guess you guys gathered that. Still not quite as happy with it as I'd like. But that's fine. I can be a little bit picky, right? Not sure if I'm happy with them. Oh, thanks, Lee. Thanks for coming. As I say, you guys should go and watch Lee. He's got an unboxing as well. He just posted it, and he does modeled railroad layouts and So if you're doing dioramas and stuff, you should check out some of the way he builds some things. All right, there's this guy. Not as happy with him as, I think because these were more of a solid color and these are printed papers. I'm not quite as I'm having a more difficult time elaborating them, detailing them, you know, if that makes sense. Oh, thanks, Jen. Let's try and get this dude done. All right. Let's get some black paint happening here. This was the first one I cut out today. Of course, I just wobble cut. So they're just, wobble cut, and I tried to paint what I saw and color what I saw. It's not as easy as it looks. Really isn't as easy as it looks. It's fun. I mean, it's a great challenge for me. I need to be challenged, and this was a lovely challenge. Okay. Now, like I say, he looks like Grover or something. Elmo? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. We will watch your community tab. Well, I will watch your community tab. How to know what color eyes this dude wants? What are you? You're Prismacolor. You're Crayola. And this is a studio. Okay, Prismacolor. Crayola goes over here. Studio goes over here. Lots. I got lots. Okay, he's really dark. Really, really dark. So we're going to take this navy blue again, and we're going to use that for the shading, and we'll see how well that works. Well, it'll definitely give some definition. It's a little lighter than the color that's on there. So it's just going to be a little bit, it'll be kind of more like he's glowing. Yeah, I can get away with that. I can. You like challenges in the hobby? Yeah, I like challenges too. This guy looks like he's wearing pajamas. This guy looks like he's got some sort of weird thing happening with his belly, which was the idea, but it didn't go quite as I envisioned. And I know why, because I should have done them all around the way I did this. It's okay. It's quite all right. I'll figure it out. Okay, so he's got some dark outline. Let's take it white Crayola, and then we can go tops. No, don't. Thanks, Lee. Well, I was supposed to be doing monsters. These are the original monsters I made, and I did them by having a plate, a styrofoam plate, and I put a hole in it, in my paintbrush underneath so that I couldn't see what I was doing. And then I painted a bunch of paint blobs, and then I turned it into monsters. These ones, I took painted paper and I cut them. So I'm finding this blind cutting is a little bit more challenging than blind painting. But it's a good challenge. It is a good challenge. Don't know why I feel that my monsters need belly buttons, because who knows? You know, they could have been hatched. This one's got two belly buttons. Hilarious. Okay, let's do some toes. And again, it's harder to just, I don't know. I don't feel like these are great compared to those. It's weird. I like them. I just find them weird. All right. We'll color. Hey, Stephanie, welcome, welcome. What is my favorite thing to create? Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I don't know. Those who have watched me for a while, what do you think I create the most of? I know I went on a monster binge, like I've got almost 150 of these kind. Goonie birds, bitsy birds, fish, books, cats, bugs. I like it all, Stephanie. Flowers. Yeah, I really do like doing flowers. I really like flowers. I just like to create, and it depends on my mood. Bits. bits. That's right, Kimbits. I like making bits. All kinds of bits. Because when I first cut these out, they were supposed to be leaves. And then I looked and I went, those could be birds. It just, I don't know. I like my masks. I love doing masks. I love the flowers. It angers every day, or it changes every day. Okay, I was going, angers? No, changes. I got that. Yeah, no 2 days. Well, okay, I lied. When I was doing the masks, I was on a roll and they took me 3 days to do 20 of them. But I mean, I love doing these kinds of things too. Like these are my posies of positivity. And I like sticking, I love doing like big flowers, little flowers, lots of flowers. I loved when I was doing my little peckers. I went on a little pecker kick. So I did a whole whack load of little peckers. Just grabbing a couple to show you. I get on a roll, just like those embroidered hearts, right? So I've got all these little peckers. Oh, you guys are stuck together. Let's undo you. So I've got all these little crocheted, embroidered birds, beaded, wild little birds. Those are my little peckers. I don't know, Stephanie. I honestly do not know. Sometimes I love doing abstracts. Sometimes I love doing. I went on a kick of these things for a while. The watercolor and the doodles. Like I did a whole bunch of these, right? Like I think that, yeah, I'm making a book of masks, Belinda. That's why I'm not parting with them. Yeah, no, they're going to be in books. And then I do things like these pages. These pages are for another Rude book, but a big one. And then I've got these pages that may be a Rude book, maybe something different. So I've got probably 3 or 4 of these waiting to be. I don't know. I honestly can't tell you. And then when I was doing those book boards, mushrooms, yeah, my mushrooms, my book boards, I went on a book board making kit. Why? I don't know. So I did all these fan trashy flower book boards. But again, it's flowers. I love doing flowers. So yes, probably flowers are my best, my favorite. But then I did the robots. Jeannie and I went on robot. And you know what? It depends who I'm playing with. Or if I'm just playing by myself. Because I did those doll strings, remember? We did this at group. And I had my own stuff to embellish with, right? But I brought those paper dolls that I had been working on, the ones that you fold and you cut out and you get the string of them. I don't know. That's a tough question. That's a really tough question. Because, I mean, if you go through my bit spin, I got bits of many things. Many, many things. Book boards? Where did I put them? Linda. They are done on two pieces of cereal box glued face to face, so that I've got brown on both sides, and I put black cardstock on the back. On the front, I painted, scraped paint on, then I stamped and did whatever. So basically, when you've got your journal, grabbing a journal now, we'll get this out of the way. So when you've got your journal, and you want to write on this page, but this page behind, let's find a page that has lots of bumps. Okay, so if you want to write on this page, and this page behind has lots of bumps, you put it so that the flat side is down, and you can write because you've got a solid piece to work on behind it. Does that make sense? So these are pretty chunky. And I used to do book boards for all my journals before they went out. And then I ran out of them. And then I went, hey, I need to do some book boards. So I did book boards. Make sense? So basically, I mean, if you've got a piece of chipboard or whatever, you can do the same thing. I just need to play. Whoop, what am I dumping now? Something hit the floor. Not sure what. Okay, let's do this guy. He's very, very plain. I need a dark, we'll use a red, dark red. Yeah, I used to do a lot of book boards way back. They were my favorite thing to do for a while. ATCs, I love doing ATCs. I got many, many ATCs. Pardon me. But yeah, I've decided that now what I'm going to be doing, I'm only going to do 3x4s, 4x6s, and 2.5x3.5, whatever's. I don't want to do any of my odd size because, like those floral cards that I showed yesterday, they don't fit in regular envelopes. They're way too wide, too long. Yeah. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what my favorite thing is to make. This has nice tooth, this board. This dude here has really nice, the white's going on very nicely. What have I got? I want to rub that out just a little bit. Nope, that's not the effect I'm going for. Let's use this. A little bit blendier. That makes sense. I don't have those rolled up papers for blending. I'm out. I'm out of many things. And I'm really trying not to buy stuff, says she who just bought 200 pieces of black cardstock. Yeah, I go through binges, and it also depends on how my hands, I've got arthritis in my hands, so it depends on what kind of grip I have. That day. There we go. Who needs those sticks when you can roll up a piece of paper towel? I do use the black cardstock constantly because when I do my dolls on black cardstock. I've done my nutcrackers on black cardstock. There's other things I've done right onto the black cardstock. Do you remember? And I like backing things with black cardstock. All right. This guy's not going anywhere fast here. Yeah, this looks like Elmo or something. And I paint, right? I also paint, so it just depends on the day. But I have to, making little bits like this is probably my absolute favorite. Any bits. Have I always been an artist? No. I used to work with people with varying abilities, and I taught things like cooking and safety in the community and budgeting, and I was a job coach, and I had my own gift shop, restaurant. I've done some catering. The job before I retired, I was the recreation manager for a 200-bed personal care home. But I've been on various art boards in the community. So at the fairs, I would run the kids' art tents and stuff. I did teach art from my home and in various workshops and stuff. I just like to create. And I like to create with reasonable supplies so that anybody can do it. Like they see that, no, she doesn't have like $200 inks and stuff. Like I keep my muck water and I let it evaporate a bit so it gets a bit thicker, and I use that instead of the inks for edging papers and things. This has so I've created since I was little. I started crocheting when I was 9. The painting came in adult years. Jan, are you still here? When did I really start focusing more on what I make? Jan is my sister-in-law, for those of you who are unaware. My dad was an artist. He carved and he painted and he built furniture, and I mean, he had a full-time job as well, but he had all these hobbies. So I kind of grew up with that. My mother did not do anything creative. She did knit, but it was utilitarian knitting. Hats, scarves, because obviously she grew up during the war. So she would knit her own skirts and that kind of thing. And, but I mean, she never colored or anything like that. But my dad painted and carved and built furniture. Um, yeah, it has been part of my life. It really has. I just like to create all kinds of things. And I mean, I haven't carved for quite a few years because my hands can't take it anymore. I used to quilt, but I go through phases. I do. I go through phases. And doing the little bits because I can get them finished in a day or two. I think that's why I prefer them the most right now, because anything that takes really, really long kind of gets put to the side and doesn't get finished. Ask me how many journals I've got on the go at any one time. It is. It's just what it is. And I have a spouse that is very understanding, and I have craft supplies everywhere in this house and outside. Okay, this little guy is not getting done. He's got form, we've got toes. We need some sort of color on the toes. Pink, pink, pink. Yeah. I also have the kind of husband that if he like when he came home from work and stuff, if he found me painting directly on the wall, like I have butterflies in my dining room, I have hot air balloons in the bathroom, I have a town down here, I've got a town in our bedroom. Yeah, I paint right on the walls. That I come by from my father as well. He'd was copying Oxborough for a while. Those of you who are unaware, Oxborough painted a lot of Indigenous children. And so my dad actually painted a couple of paintings in that style, which was absolutely incredible. My sister got those. But he would paint them on the wall and then cover them up. So you could still see the paint behind, the picture behind. And it was very scary when I was a child. But I also have a very creative husband. He does things like wood turning. That split's getting bigger. So he does things like this. So I've got shelves and shelves of these upstairs. And he also does bowls and vases, and yeah. So it's my kids create. I don't know. It's how I stay sane. I need a piece of scrap paper. Because sometimes, your gel pen's kind of right with a split. That's what I'm having happen here. So yeah, I've sat on 3 different art boards. So I taught through those art boards. I used to work at a art Council in Steinbach. I was the visual arts director there. Lots of jobs. Yeah. Yeah, my yes men. He made my yes men. They're upstairs. I don't know. I kind of think this guy's done too. So this wasn't very exciting today, guys. Just did the wobble cut monsters. Did the snippet strips. Did some purple snippet strips. So I'm going to doodle on these. And then I'll use them in various things. Yeah, I took them upstairs. And one of my daughters thinks they're the creepiest things in the world. So that's why I keep them upstairs now, because when she's here, I play with them. Do you know how I operate? I'll just doodle on a couple of these so you guys can get an idea of what I'm going to do. I'll do all three of these the same way. The ones that I put on the ATCs, I actually shaded. Maybe I'll start by doing that. Adding the shadows. So when I glued these down, some of them are overlapping. So I'm going to take a purple. That's blue. I need a purple. Here's a purple. This is a purple Prismacolor. We'll sharpen it. Maybe we'll sharpen it. Guess I could use gray as well, or even a blue. There, we've got a. So wherever they overlap, the overlap is going to be the high side, so it's bright. The one that it's overlapping on is going to be the low side. So those are the edges we're going to shade. So we're going to shade. Oh, why are the Prismacolor things breaking? Oh, I didn't drop those. Well, okay, we're just going to use this blue Crayola here. So we're going to just wherever, okay? So it just gives us on the low side. So this one's over this one. So now I'm going to edge that with the blue. And this one overlaps, so we're going to have this happen. And then this one is on top of that, so we're going to go around the edge of this. See what I mean? So we'll do that first. Then we're going to outline everything with the black gel pen. Oh, that went over the top that a little bit. No sweat. I'm not going to sweat it if I overlap the ones on top. Not a problem at all. So that's all shaded for. Okay, so we're going to take this gel pen and let's do some sort of a big flower on this. So we'll do the center and we'll just do one of these daisy kind of flower things. Kaylee, thanks for coming in. Take care. So this one would be a flower here, have a center there. Same kind of thing. Let's make the center a nice dark black. Scribble it in. And this one as well. Okay. Oh, I see. I was wondering why I'm getting this lump. And it's because this piece here that I did it on is actually a piece of cardstock, so it's thick. So as I'm going over it, I'm getting that clunk, right? Okay, so now I've got the chevron kind of things. We'll make sure that they're outlined. And even if you just do straight lines. Now, of course, you can use gel pens, you could use markers, you could use whatever you like to doodle on your pieces. And we're going to go this way. And not every single one needs to be doodled on. And you don't want to be overly in depth when you do them because you're just going to be ripping off hunks and using them as some focal point kind of things, right? So we can take a big black marker and on these ones, that one and this one, let's just do some black dots. Oh, I forgot to outline them. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Not everything has to be outlined either. And see where it's lifting up here? Got two places that we're going to stick some glue in there right away. Now, if you wanted to, you could stitch on these. You could glue some of those little rhinestoney kind of things on it. Whatever you want, right? So we're going to put glue down here. And this needs some glue. Because when you glue it down, you don't want it lifting when it's on the page in various places, right? Just a little bit under there. All right. So it's just adding a little bit of whimsy, right? So now we could take, this one is the only one by itself. It's got blue circles on it. We could take a blue, we could fill those circles in if we want. We don't have to be, you know, just adding a little bit of fun. Okay, so now maybe I want to use like a glittery gel pen. I'll go around those circles with that blue gel pen. Just kind of tidies them up a little bit. You could use some glitter glue, some stickles, diamond dots. If you've got leftover diamond dots from a project, you could definitely use those. Hey, Maritza, nice to see you, hon. I'm just, I just made a couple of snippet strips and some monsters. I'm just embellishing the snippet strips just a little bit. Nothing fancy. Bit of doodling. Just adding some glitter gel pen to them. So I'm using this pink one down the center of the petals of the flowers I just did. What you crocheting right now, Maritza? I'm still working on my temperature blanket. I'm still a month behind. So I used the pink gel pen down the center of the petals of those flowers. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Barely. You can barely see it. And I'm happy with this just the way it is. Well, maybe what I'm going to do is these ones, I'm going to go around them with the white gel pen, and I'm just going to do like an S edging on it. Just to lighten them up just that little bit. I really got a little carried away with that one. It's not quite the way I was envisioning it towards the end there. My hand kind of went, no. It's funny how that happens in the middle of what you're doing. Yeah. So just lighten those ones up a little bit, add a little bit of something. So I'm very happy with this one. I could just like rip off a hunk and use it now anywhere I want. I have this one. I have a feeling that this one needs something more like polka dots on top or something. Does that make sense? I'm going to add polka dots, these polka dots. And I'm not going to worry about what color they are. I'm just going to glue them down randomly. So I am going to put some glue onto this lid. I'm going to grab a toothpick. My desk isn't even that messy, guys. Look. I've been very good about keeping it reasonably clean today. Reasonably clean today. This is a toothpick covered in paint. I don't throw them out until they break. Like I say, I'm not too worried about what color I'm putting down. Because it doesn't really matter. You know, it just adds a little bit of something. And it depends on the time you've got, the mood you're in. I mean, a lot of people don't doodle on their snippet strips. I have a tendency to be a maximalist. I guess you didn't realize that when you flipped through my journals. um, why just have one when you could have 25, right? Oh, those two are too close together. Red and green together are a no-no in my world. You throw out some scraps? Well, I've thrown out some scraps. Yeah, I'm the same way. Jewelry? Yeah. If I'm going to wear jewelry, it better be noticeable. I can't do those beiges and grays and even lace, you know? I admire those shabby chic journals. It's just not my style. Not my style. You can go there. I need a couple down here. So now what would be kind of fun, now I'm looking at this with all these dots. I have an idea. Well, some of them are a little too close together color wise. You know what? I don't care. And a lot of these scraps somebody else would throw out. I get that. I totally get that. Not everybody saves their hole punch stuff. I understand why people don't. I really do. All right. We're going to leave it at that. Yes, yes. And I even scrubbed this mat. I had so much glue on it, I couldn't write anymore because it was so lumpy bumpy. It was hilarious. I had to write way up here. All right. So I've got lots of little dots now. So I'm going to take my gel pen and I'm going to start by doing a circle around each one, a little bit wide. And some of them are lumpy bumpy, and we know that. Oh, you moved. Go back. Oh, you're down now. Oh, you rotten sod. All right, now I'm going to go around him again. And I'm going to do that until the whole page is filled up with these circle lines. Something as simple as this. Is going to add something to this snippet strip. When I was doing the Feral Artist group on Sundays online here, we did snippet strips. And I love the fact we all do things our own way. StreamYard wants me to pay for it now, and I'm not paying $45 a month US to do that. Just not doing it. Yeah, it is the beauty of art. Beth streams with Becca and Dana quite often, and they do this thing once a month. Um, they draw names between them, and whoever name gets pulled has to send the same items to the other two, and then they all have, each of them have exactly the same items, and they create a journal page or whatever out of them. And it's just amazing to see their different styles. For making things. But I mean, we get that as well. But what are you doing, Kim? That was a mess. We get the same thing when we play on Sundays because we do projects together. And I love to see how different they all are. It's really hard to see the circles on that really dark purple. I guess this pattern would definitely be much more fun if I'd have done it on something that didn't have quite so dark bits. So it's sloppy, but you know what? It's something fun, And because it's going to just be used as a backgroundish, focally kind of thing, it works. Works for me. So there we have it. 2 snippet strips. Wow, that's like a tongue twister. An artist never finished, just abandoned, right? So 2 snippet strips, 5 monsters. I think it was a good day. I think it was a good day. But yeah, totally different than these guys. Like I say, these were blind painted. So the base of them was just one solid color. Using the gel prints and stuff is more difficult to do them, or I had trouble doing them, shading wise and stuff. But it's okay. It's learning. Definitely learning. All right. Oh yeah, and then we stuck this guy in the little book because I found him on my desk. The little page tab. Found my doors, so I'm going to back them with white and leave some of the white out the side so that I could put them in and have them hinged so that they open as flips. And I think that's it. And these birds. Belinda, did you answer me? Do you remember me making these birds? Or did I just do them one afternoon when I was playing? Because I thought I was cutting out leaves. And then I looked at them and I went, those could be fat little birds. Did I do them on mine? Do you remember? I don't know. Anyway, I would like to thank each. You don't remember the birds? Well, I have a feeling that the paper that it's on was a photocopy of a masterboard or something. Or one of those sheets where I just completely covered it in little bits and then I cut it up into, I was doing circles or something. Anyway, I punched out a bunch of stuff and then I had leftovers and I was cutting it into various things because I've got butterflies. See, that must be exactly what it's from. Because I traced out those butterflies that I've got, those black ones. So it had to have been in a scrap bin because I'm trying to use up the scraps, right? And this is all, no, that's original because that's paint. Anyway, there must be like photocopied stuff. Yeah, that doesn't feel like it's paint. It does and it doesn't. That's really weird. Anyway, I was cutting out butterflies and stuff. And these were supposed to be leaves. And for some reason, I saw birds. You know how that works in my world. Wait, I see something completely different. Anyway, I would like to thank each and every one of you guys for being here today, for chatting, even though I was kind of in the zone. I apologize for that. This really worked my brain. It really, really did. Really did. When I painted the blobs on the paper, I could see it so much easier than actually cutting something out and developing it. I don't know why that was weird. Just very weird. So, anyway, I struggled, did them. They're monsters. It worked. All's good. Thanks to each and every one of you guys for being here. Everybody up in the balcony, anybody who watches the replays, I appreciate each and every one of you. Hugs to you all, and I'll be live at 12:45 tomorrow because it's Tuesday. And I'll think of something fun to do. Might even be an interactive something fun to do. Maybe we'll do prompts. I don't know. Let's try. We'll figure something out. I think maybe I'll get you guys to give me prompts. I'll have a page and I'll call your name and you give me a prompt and we'll see where we go. Yeah, I did. I worked through them. Oh, that's right. You won't be here tomorrow, Teresa. You'll be sleeping. I will be thinking of you. And fingers crossed, all's going to go well. It's going to go well. Bling. Bling is the first thing you're saying? All right. I will make sure that we will add some bling. We'll write that down. Teresa's prompt is bling. And I'm going to use you as the fourth prompt. Fourth prompt is bling. And that's from Teresa. It should be interesting. It should be interesting. All right, guys. Have a great night. Hugs to you all. Take care. Thinking about you, Teresa. Sending you big hugs, hon. Bye now.